What is the Buddhist way to deal with small annoyances in everyday life, such as someone who cuts you off while driving, a lazy coworker, or an unfriendly cashier? The Buddha actually gives 5 ways of dealing with an annoying person. It's the sutta in the Anguttara Nikaya. I don't remember the specific name, but it's 5 ways of dealing with an annoying person, basically. And 4 of those ways are the Brahma Viharas. The metta, boundless friendliness, compassion, right? Karuna, mudita, appreciative joy, upekkha, equanimity, and then the last one is understanding that this person is subject to their karma, right? They whatever they're doing, whatever actions they take, they are the heir of that karma. So when you're dealing with people like this, or first of all, like an unfriendly cashier. Have you ever actually worked as a cashier in a real retail store? It's probably one of the levels of hell, I think. It's rough, because the people, in general, the problem is that people are so wrapped up in their own goings on. People feel like they're so busy that they can't take a second to help somebody else or to be kind to somebody else. And that's why doing the cashier stuff, doing all that, ever since after I had that experience, I realized this person might be having a really crappy day. Or the 20 people on that line before me, maybe they were so busy, they were on their phone, they didn't pay attention to this person one bit. I'm going to say hi. Do they have a name tag? I'm going to call them by their name. Right? I'm going to, just be a person who's kind. Because I remember that. I remember lines and lines of people. And the one person who smiled at me and said hello and even said two seconds of words to me, it changed my mind state. My mind state all of a sudden became joyful and happy and content. Now, of course, that might have lasted up until the next person who was like that. But you remember that feeling because it's such an such an impactful feeling. So when you're doing something like that for somebody, what are you doing? You're practicing goodwill towards them. That's metta. Metta is limitless goodwill for all beings. And that is actually metta in action. The metta of sitting down and expanding your mind and metta to all beings. And there's the metta of holding the door open for somebody. There's the metta of just simply smiling and saying hello. That is metta as well. That is giving a gift of friendliness to other people and also to yourself. Because when you do things like this, you feel good about it. It's funny, one of the smallest things I remember, in my last year of work, I was a foster and adoptive home recruiter. And there was one day, and I had an event with 20 vendors and like 50 people, and I'm going all this, and I'm focused, and I see a father walk in with like 4 kids, and it's like a circus. This father is just trying to, make sure all the kids are together and all this stuff. And I'm walking by, and I thought for a split second, I'm just going to press the elevator open, the door, boom. So I took a split second to open that elevator door. And he was able to just walk right in. He didn't have to stop with the kids and all this stuff. And I thought to myself, after, I was like, that was actually pretty cool. I'm glad I did that. It made me feel happy. And so doing these kind of things it helps you. It's, actually, there is one of the practices is a recollection of your good deeds, recollection of the good things that you do. It helps you. So when you act like this, when you act with metta towards somebody, the annoyances go away. Annoyances are aversion. And so instead of pushing away, you're basically embracing. Right? You're understanding this person is a being in samsara just like me. It all pretty much freaking sucks. No matter what position we are, no matter what we're doing, we're all stuck in this hellhole together. At least the least we can do is kind of help each other, have some good positive experiences while we're here. Cuts you off while driving. I have to tell another quick story just for this. What I learned, again, being from New Jersey, I learned to take these kind of things like driving and these traffic and all this stuff as a lesson, understanding what's going on with this. And so when somebody would just cut in front of me or whatever, and they didn't wave, okay, I understand, it's just whatever, right? But when somebody cuts in front of you, or you let somebody in, right, and they don't wave, what happens? Oh, that blankety blank, no manners, his father, mother taught him this and that. And so, metta and all this kind of stuff, when you let somebody in, no expectations. They might thank you, they might not. It's okay. What you did was a good thing. It's not diminished by the fact that they didn't say hello, or they didn't wave thanks. The reason I bring this up is because one experience, this one guy, I let this guy in. He goes to pick up his hand. I was like, oh, this guy's so nice. And then he gives me the middle finger. And I thought to myself, what? For what? I let the guy in. I don't know. But it's just it always makes me laugh to think of that experience.